people getting out of bed, getting ready for work. Your baby woke you up early. Maybe you got no kids and you just up early smoking an ale or something. This podcast is for you, my pre-sunrise crew. It's your girl Nay, and I'm up with you. It's 5:30 a.m. The tone for the day has been set. It is raining. Y'all, it's chilly as hell outside. It's going to be the same all week, I guess. Like high 64 or something. So fall has come and it did not come to play. We're going to roll straight into the joke of the day. The joke of the day will be our governor election for the state of Ohio. I am broadcasting from Cleveland, A216. But yes, we just want to throw it in y'all face because the election is coming up November the 8th. Pick your poison. Just want to throw it in y'all face because the election is coming up. I really don't care for either one of them. Especially that Nan will. At least we know what we're getting with Mike DeWine. He's been the governor or whatever. And like he says what he means. She is kind of like, yeah, no, I'm all for waiving student loans. And then once Biden actually proposes something to waive student loans, she's like, I think, and I quote, I think people who get loans should pay them. And she also said that people had decided not to get student loans because of the prices of them, and it wasn't fair to the people who also had paid them back already. Well, the forgiveness is for people who clearly weren't able to and aren't able to pay them back at all. He recognizes there's an issue. However, you're saying since it's existed, you might as well make them pay it back. But what happened to all the states that you were saying as a proud Democrat and, backing up Hillary about how bad student loans were affecting our community and how bad we needed to waive them. But, that's a whole nother topic. You pick how you feel about it. Just stay aware. It's all I can really do. I want to go ahead and roll into the topic of the day, which is hopped off the porch. Y'all know in our community, it usually means something terrible, like grabbing your first gun or having sex for the first time or, robbing somebody for the first time. Don't mean to scare anybody. That's not what I'm promoting. The underlying meaning to all that is usually in our community, those things are very common. So when people start to do that, that's when they first find their first sense of independence, responsibility, being a provider for them, and most times even their family. So I wanted to turn it around and kind of connect it to even this podcast. For me, starting this podcast, this episode today, is me hopping off the porch. It's me hopping out of my comfort zone, off of the couch, just thinking about doing it and just, getting everything together and really putting it out there. And even if I don't actually put out this specific episode, just recording it, getting it ready, editing everything so far, and I'm not even finished, clearly has been just entertaining and a learning experience overall. I've learned so much about myself, pushing myself to just do this, and about the actual craft as well. So what's some things that, y'all feel like y'all have hopped off the porch with on a positive aspect, or even feel like y'all should? What's something that y'all thinking about every single day, but you just haven't done it yet? I do want to hear it. I want to mention it on my next podcast, on my next episode. So feel free to reach out to me at Up in the AM on YouTube. Go ahead and send a message, write a comment, subscribe. This will be posted in full there, as well as on the Instagram page, which is Up in the AM. You want to go ahead and comment there, send DMs. You can also submit jokes for the day, and I'll pull them from there and say them the next podcast date. I'll also be pulling inspirational quotes every day. So I have this jar where every day I put an inspirational quote in. So every day on my podcast, I will go ahead and put one in and also pull one out at the very end of the podcast, leave you guys with something inspirational, motivational while you go on with your work day. We're so early in the morning and you want to make sure you start positive, and also that you're hitting through the day with something positive and inspirational, reminding you to be the best person that you could be, because energy is everything. Energy is literally everything. We are energy. Energy is what keeps everything around us, including electricity, moving. We wouldn't be anything without energy. I think it's important to learn how you can use energy to benefit you and benefit your life. I'm going to at least give you 5 different ways that you can use energy to help your everyday life. And we're going way deeper than like vision boards, honey, and writing in a journal. I mean, like things that you can apply to every single goal or aspect that you've written down, things you have on your vision board, whatever you have written in your journal, whatever you just have in your head. These things will help you have a more flourishing life, a more happy life, just a more enjoyable life with you and yourself and the people around you. So the first thing is to feel good, right? The simplest thing is literally feeling good. Like, you could try and tell yourself a million times, like, no, feel good, feel good. On the 100th time, it may work. However, what other things are you doing to make sure you feel good? Are you suffering mentally? Are you not feeding yourself? Are you not, maybe you need to buy you something small. Maybe you need to eat something that necessarily is against your diet. But it's going to make you feel really good in this moment. I'm not saying everybody go against their diet. I'm saying feeling good is the key to everything. If you're doing something like a diet and you need to be disciplined, find a way to feel good in that. Feeling good can change everything around you. Feeling good makes everything flow. It literally makes your body have a better metabolism and heal better. So feeling good is the number one thing that you should do, whether it's taking the time to do your hair, maybe leave the kitchen, alone for today. Take a second for you to get your hair together, just get you and the kids together and relax and then go back to it or something like that. Maybe that's what you need to reset for the day. So the second thing is giving, right? A lot of times when we feel like really, really drained with energy, you want to take a second and think about how your life is going and what you can do to give. A lot of times in my lowest moments when I didn't know what to do, I just did something for somebody. I remember finding $7 in a Rite Aid or something like that, and I literally picked it up like, who just dropped this? Somebody better take it. Don't block my blessings because I'm not trying to walk away with it and I didn't give this back to somebody. Just trying to give. And literally that same exact week, I had the opportunity to pay for the rest of someone's groceries at a grocery store who were a couple dollars short. And it literally made my day because I know these were opportunities that I was able to give service back into the world that services me every day, whether we feel like it doesn't. So remember to give, because that always comes back to you. Again, we are energy. We are electricity. What you send out, you will get back. Someone's negativity cannot affect you. If they're being negative, it's only giving you positivity unless you're receiving it as negativity in your head. Now, that may be getting a little too deep, so I don't want to get off topic. But number one, feel good. Do whatever it takes to feel good. Don't talk to that person. Talk to that person. Whatever it is that makes you feel good in that moment, do it. Number two is giving. Everything is not about you. Even if you're down to your last dollar sometimes. If you're frustrated mentally, emotionally, have faith. God is going to work it out. The third thing is discernment. Now, this is a big one here. How well do you trust your energy? How well do you trust when you don't feel whole around somebody? Maybe it's your best friend. Maybe it's your sister. Maybe it's your boyfriend that's making you feel uneasy as a person. Maybe you don't feel your most confident confident self around them. Are you listening to the discernment that God has blessed you with? Is it hard for you to understand what you're feeling? If it is, then your energy could be blocked up. And I'm not talking about just on some chakras. I mean, like, maybe you're not spending enough time with you so that you are as in tune as you can be. And so your energy is also as built up as it can be, because your energy can be drained from the daily tasks of work, cleaning, cooking, especially if you have kids and a significant other. Listen, I can't even imagine. I don't, and I'm drained. A lot of times I still need that downtime to myself to preserve energy and realize, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling it? Is this something I can work with? Is this something I need to change? A good way you can preserve energy to help with that. Number 4 is preserving energy to help with discernment. So a good way that you could preserve energy to help with discernment is looking at everything around you and seeing how your life is going, and then changing things accordingly. If you go out all the time, or if you're outside all the time, say you're not even at clubs at night or bars, say you just constantly got to be outside every single day, stay in the house. Stay in the house. Your house is your safe haven. That's your energy home. That's where you eat, sleep at. You sleep there. Your whole body shuts down and rests there every single day. Like, think about that on an energy level. Like, you want to make sure you're spending a lot of time there. You want to make sure it's reflecting your energy. Is everything cluttered when you're home? Is everything clean except for your room, which is your personal space? You want to make sure you're cleaning all of that out. All of that is a big reflection of what you're feeling on the inside. It's like, if you're going outside a lot, stay in the house. Preserve that energy. Build that energy up in your home. You feel me? Make sure that you are one with where you lay. If you spend a lot of money all the time, stop spending. Don't spend no money at all. Don't even give, because you're used to giving money away, and that may be the same as paying for something. Don't spend nothing at all. Let it sit with you. Just let it sit with you for a second. You'll be okay. Don't give nothing at all. if you spend money all the time. Because anything you do a lot can be addicting. Say you don't spend nothing on yourself. Like I said, buy yourself something that goes back into the feel good, even into the giving, because you don't give to yourself. We're talking about preserving energy. Don't leave the house. If you're out all the time, maybe go for a walk and leave the house, do something that makes you feel good. If you spend a lot, stop spending. If you don't spend nothing, buy something small for yourself. Take a break from something you do on a regular basis. If you watch TV a lot, stop. If you're on your phone a lot, give it a break. If you're never on TV but you're on the phone, watch a little TV. Get off of your phone for a second, just a little bit. Read a book. If you eat a lot of meat, don't eat as much meat. I'm not saying that we shouldn't eat meat at all. I don't think it should be eaten as largely as we do eat it, especially here in America. But give it a break. I know that I feel different when I don't eat it versus when I do eat it. May help on the energy level. Another thing is like physical energy. Don't sleep on this. I ain't saying you got to be out here on a treadmill. I ain't saying you got to be out here like hardcore working out, baby, because trust me, I don't. Okay? I barely stick to my own schedule. Listen, I be good for like a couple days, 3-4 days, and then I don't know what happens. I be here. I've been thinking about it this whole week, so I know. Listen, one of these days I'm about to jump back into it, but physical energy is everything. Like, you don't have to work out hard. Do some yoga. Stretch. Do you stretch? Like, do you stretch? I mean, not the little yawn you do when you kind of bend your back just a little bit. Like, do you really at least, like, move your arms from side to side, roll your back a little bit, roll your neck around, like, really good. Like, spend a couple times flicking your wrist, bending down, making sure your knees and stuff is bending good. Listen here. They talk about the 30. After 25 in 2022, you need to make sure you're doing something. You need to be moving around because it starts to feel like 32. It does. I said it. I said it because I feel it. Yes. Okay. So you got to get into it. You really do. Physical energy is everything. And it helps build overall energy. I know everybody be like, oh, you get confident in physical energy. You literally do. And it helps with the feel good. So think of the multiple ways you're preserving energy by physical exercise. And for a second, you literally like meditating. You're not even like, you're doing absolutely nothing but moving your body for the betterment of you. Your mind is hopefully isn't like going to too many places. Usually it's a way to get stuff off your mind because you just focus on breathing and getting through the task, which is also a form of meditation. You think about nothing but positivity, about working through something, about being your best self for a second. You know what I mean? Nothing is there but positivity of you pushing yourself. So physical energy is a big way to preserve energy. And once your energy is preserved and you're in tune with your energy, boo, you do not have to worry about discernment. When I tell you it flows, the more you start to trust it and the more you start to do it, baby, it flows. Like, you just know what is what and what is not what. You know when you accepting some what that you don't need to be accepting. You know what I mean when I say that. But discernment is real. And sometimes we ignore it so much that we don't even understand what we're feeling anymore. So you got to take the time to preserve your energy so you can understand what your energy is telling you, the way God is communicating to you, and the way He's allowing your angels, to communicate to you. And that's ways that you can use energy to impact your life. And that's a lot deeper than just, your vision board, baby. Those 5 steps, no matter what's on your vision board, listen here, it will come into fruition. All right, you will start to see betterment in it every day. So like I said, every day I'm going to put an inspirational quote, and I'm also going to put one in. I'm not going to read the one that I'm putting in because we will pull it out one day. But I'm going to go ahead and pull one out. And this is Day Wizon. Oh, shoot, where are they? And I'm back, bitches. So the first one is, if you don't fight for what you want, don't cry for what you've lost. That's a good one. That's a really good one. You can put that in almost any aspect of life. Think about your body. You know what I mean? Think about anything. Maybe career goals or your relationship, maybe. That's a whole nother conversation. But no, for real. You got to fight for the things that you want in life. Whether it's a better you, whether it's a mental state, whether it's a better physical state. You know what I mean? Better food that you put into your body, better relationships. You got to fight for it, and you got to be that person first. I really like that one a lot. I'm going to put that one up here on my board. I'll be putting these on the board as I pull them, and I'll post them on the page one of these days. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head out. You know, we gotta head out to work. It's early morning. Y'all have a good day. I am outie.